Michael Ainsworth, AP file, in this November 5, 2017, file photo, CBS football analyst Tony Romo walks across the field during warm-ups before an NFL football game between the Kansas City Chiefs and Dallas Cowboys, in Arlington, Texas. Romo is finally in the Super Bowl. After being unable to lead Dallas to the big game, Romo will call the game for CBS in his second season in the booth. But just like Jared Goff and Tom Brady, Romo is coming in with plenty of momentum after his call of the AFC Championship game where he predicted many of New England's plays and tendencies drew universal accolades. AP photo, Michael Ainsworth, file, former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo was on Dr. Phil's podcast, Fill in the Blanks, recently. Romo opening up about his retirement, his relationship with Jerry Jones and more. Below are the highlights on why he decided to retire. Me Romo, well, I think I needed to be not so selfish in some ways. You know, I have 3 boys and I recognized just some of the injury aspects of some things that had just come about, obviously with my back, and knowing how hard it was for a year or two to get through that and get ready and prepare. In a lot of ways there was a loyalty to a lot of other people within the Cowboys, some teammates that you've been through a lot of games with, front office, and coaches. People that you really wanted to, and didn't want to leave the game and feel like I said, all right, goodbye, good luck, because I know how hard that game is. I know how much you can influence and help others. It was actually made easier when I felt like they were in good hands. And that part of it was actually, it gave me a feeling of, okay, I wasn't necessarily thinking this right now, but it was coming up around the corner pretty soon. I had given so much. I know I had given everything. I had to get out of my own way in some way, and be a dad and do something else. How was your relationship with Jerry Jones? Romo, I love Jerry. Since I started playing, real close. Jerry Jones can tell you a story about he and Bill Parcells trying to strong-arm me from like 2 feet away to sign a contract. I was in my second year. I believe my second or third year. It was right before a preseason game. Bill Parcells and Jerry call me into his office and I'm just second or third string at the time. I'm going to start this game because they are resting all the starters and I'm the backup kid who is gonna play. This is 20 minutes before the game. I sit down and literally, knees are touching. Bill Parcells on one side and the other side Jerry. They were like, we talked to your agent yesterday, we think you need to sign this contract for $300,000 for the next 2 years, 2 years for $600,000 or something. They were like, otherwise we can't play you. We need you to sign this thing and tell your agent to understand where you're at. And so obviously it's the most frightening situation you've ever been in as an athlete. All of a sudden I just get calm and you think about it logically. And so I speak to them logically from my perspective. I'm like, you know, I completely understand why you guys would say that. Being in your position, I would probably do the exact same thing. However, from my position, you have a quarterback, Drew Bledsoe, who came back, and if he leads us to the NFC Championship game this year, I'm not gonna be able to play now after 3 years. And then there's 4 years. I know the money is not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal to me. I want to play, but I also understand this is a business. And if you guys pay me, you're more inclined to give me an opportunity to play. So if you're investing in me, real money, I know that you'll make a concerted effort to get me on the football field. If you don't, you don't really have to, and you don't need to. So for me, coming from someone who just wants to play, and an opportunity, that's where I feel like I can't do it for anything less than 2 years, $4 million, which at the time was more money than you ever dreamed you were gonna make in your life. But I can understand why you guys said that, and you can just let me know what you guys decide. So I walk out and Jerry tells me this story now. Jerry and Bill look over afterwards and he goes, we got ourselves a damn quarterback, on if he would let his boys play football. Romo, I don't think I'll ever discourage them from playing football or doing anything. To me, if you really like this, go play it. What I won't allow them from a dad, and, from my perspective, if everything is the same 10 years from now, they won't play tackle football until 8th grade. That'll be the first time I'll let them. Would he be afraid of head injuries if kids played football? Romo: I don't think I'd be afraid. I know about my whole history. I don't think you can do anything afraid. If you're playing, you're playing. But if you're thinking about that, you shouldn't be playing.